Good morning, traders. It is Monday, December 9th. We are about 40 minutes into trading. Got a market that's trying to make a new high. You can see last week, I'm going to take buy and sell indicators off. We had a big drop here a week ago Monday on concerns that the U.S.-China trade deal was not going to go through. Followed through selling Tuesday, but then we reversed intraday, forming this bullish hammer. That was a sign that this was about the extent of the dip that we're going to get. If you followed my comments Tuesday and Wednesday, you know that that was our opportunity to start selling bullish put spreads out of the money. I suggested taking half a position and waiting for some of the major events to play out this week. And that's been a good strategy so far. What are those events? We have the FOMC statement on Wednesday. I think it's going to be market neutral. Fed's happy with where things are currently. The economic data points last week were mixed but stable. ISM manufacturing, light. ISM services, a little bit under expectations, but the absolute number was strong. ADP was weak, but we got a good Friday unemployment report. So domestic conditions are very stable. I think the U.S.-China trade truce, we're going to hear banter back and forth. Nothing's going to get done. They're just trying to pacify investors. But the USMCA, that's a big deal. If that gets signed before Christmas, that could fuel a nice little year-end rally. So I believe that we need to favor the long side. We've got the elections in England taking place on Thursday. If Boris Johnson wins support, as it currently looks like he will, that will pave the way for an orderly Brexit. That would remove market uncertainty. That would also be good. So all things considered, I think you have to favor the long side right now. That's what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some searches and see where some of those day trading opportunities might be, and to also take a look at some of the searches and see where the strength is. So before I do that, I'd like to encourage you to please sign up for this YouTube channel. I post these videos every morning an hour after the open. I highlight lots of great stocks that I found using Option Stalker. These are the stocks that we're day trading. I'd also like to bring your attention to www.oneoption.com. You can get Option Stalker there, or you can sign up for our research, only $59 a month, but there's a better deal. There's a day pass that you can take advantage of. Please surf the site. And I posted my ebook. It's a free ebook on option trading. You just need to register with the website, so please take advantage of that. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I post videos all the time. Friday afternoon, I started posting videos on option lotteries that we're trying to take advantage of. If you logged in and you watch what we were trying to do on the close Friday, we had a double in the last 15 minutes of trading. We bought some SPY calls and sold them. So please go back and watch that video as well. So let's get on with it. Let's take a look at what the market's giving us today. We're going to focus on the long side. Here are some of the stocks that have heavy volume. You have to have heavy volume right now because the market is flat. The stock has to do all of the work on its own. That heavy volume with positive price action tells us that buyers are lined up. So I didn't see any stocks in this particular search that drew my attention from a day trading basis, but I will be running those searches throughout the day, and I'll be looking for volume spikes over the course of the last 15 minutes. So that's a search criteria that we can use in custom search. This list had actually a number of decent stocks in it. This is relative strength 30. VMware was actually one that we were watching last week. It had really tanked. It looks like it might be ready to bounce here. It took out the opening from Friday. Good solid price action this morning. So it looks like it might be poised to bounce. If you're going to play a bounce on a day trading basis, you've got to use this high from Friday as your stop out point. So very tight stop, lots of upside, very small downside. I like those types of setups. So I also went through and I took a look at Pop Bull. That's one of my favorite searches. This yielded lots of good candidates. And PEB I think looks good. SWKS looks good. I'm going to highlight all these stocks in just a minute. Then I went into the strong after earnings search. Also looked through these. Had a lot of decent candidates in here as well. So here's what I like for today. I've gone through, took me about 5, maybe 10 minutes to knock through a bunch of stocks. I did highlight a couple of shorts as well. And here's what I like for today. Super, super easy to find these as well. So these are the bullish stocks, and I may actually review these today. I'll take a look at each one of them and I'll show you what went right or wrong. I don't like to cherry pick. I don't just like to highlight great stocks and make it sound like everything came up roses. I don't know out of the gate which ones are going to be the real deal and which ones aren't. They still require a little bit of time to tell. I do like this right here. Apple has been weak relative to the market. I'm going to take this 10p indicator off and I'm going to put up 10SI. This shows us relative strength. This would be relative weakness so far today, and you can see it in the orange line. We want to see that get above that 0 line. Here's what I like. 1, 2, 3, 4 tests right here at the 269.20 level. I believe that you should watch for a bounce in Apple. It has been strong relative to the market. This is one of the lotto plays that I highlighted on Friday. Boy, did that turn out nice. That was minimum double, almost a triple on that one. So I think you're going to see support in Apple. Take a look at that daily chart. Yes, it's trying to break through this horizontal resistance level right here. Really good day on Friday. I think you're going to see buyers come back in. You can see the relative strength on a daily basis. So I like Apple. Adobe is one that I bought this morning. Took profits on it already. You can see it's got to get through this horizontal resistance. That's going to be the tough part right there. So you've got that $310 level that the stock is struggling with right now. So put up the 5-minute chart. If you see the stock starting to grind higher and get through this 310 level right here, you've got to be a buyer. Well, how do I do that? Double click right there. Set your horizontal alert line. If that stock goes above 310, I'm going to know about it, and that's a new breakout to a new high. Look at the volume. Yeah, that's what we want. Relative strength. Beautiful. Okay, that's a candidate. And that's your price point. That's your entry point. Facebook. Fantastic. This was highlighted by one of our members in the chat room this morning. Dave's awesome. Beautiful pick. Powering higher. Facebook looks really good. Long green candles on a 5-minute basis closing on their high. Awesome pick. QRVO, also highlighted by a member this morning. We were watching this Friday. Boom, boom, boom. Long green candles closing on the high. Look at that breakout. Love it. SFIX. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Let's take a look at that daily chart and see what it's got to get through. Yeah, that horizontal resistance level right there. Here's the caveat. Earnings after the close today, and we know that because of the A. So we label that on the chart. So yes, looks good, wants to break out, wants to run. Got to be a little bit careful on these with earnings. You start to see some choppiness. On a dip, I think you can buy this. You want to see maybe another 1 or 2 candles with long tails under body. Then I think you can come in and buy this and it moves higher. I tend to avoid stocks that are about to announce earnings the day of because they can be very, very choppy. Here we've got SWKS. I love this breakout. That's very, very nice right there. But we have an inverted hammer right here, so we've got to be careful on that one. If this stock starts to take out this low of the day right here, it's probably going to fill in this gap. So you have to wait to see what happens there. And, by the way, I will short if it starts to fill in that gap. I think that'd be a good entry point for a short. It had some volume early, but that's starting to wane right now, so we're not seeing that additional volume come in. Let it pull back, let it take that out, and then look for support somewhere in the gap. Look for those long tails under body. Multiple supports, higher, low would be great. So stock comes back, establishes a low, then it bounces, then it establishes a higher low. Love that kind of setup. So I'll be watching for that. TGT looks really good this morning. Lots of green candles closing on their high. We took out the high from Friday. That's good. We want the stock to find support there. So I would be looking to buy in this level if it can hold that support line. We ideally like to have it come back, test, and then go. So TGT could be setting up for a nice buy here as well. It's got to stay above the high from Friday. Long green candles closing on their high. Pullbacks are a buy on a dip when they find support. So let's look at this daily chart. I love this one because it has formed a base over a long period of time. Test, 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 test. Lots of support right down here. I like this actually for a bullish put spread, keying off that $80 level, but the stock's at 87, so you can't get a decent credit for it. So the way I would like to play this is now we're challenging this horizontal resistance level. If it can get through this horizontal resistance level, click the top of that, we'll click the top of that. There's my horizontal resistance line. If the stock can get above it, it's going to start filling in this gap. That is when I would start selling bullish put spreads, and I would key off of this $88 price point with the stock above that breakout on the notion that it's going to fill in that gap. Lots of great support down below here. So I like W a lot. I think this stock could rally right up to this $100 level, perhaps even get a little bit beyond it. SHOP. Looks really nice, good constructive price action here. Let's put those major moving averages up, 200-day, 100-day, see where they come into play. Yep, clearly through that 100-day, through this horizontal resistance level. Stock rallies up huge, pauses for 2 days. You got inside bar here, 2 inside bars here nested with follow through. Stock should continue to push higher. So I like that. I like it a lot, and it's got some really constructive price action on the day as well. Long green candles closing on the high, buy pullbacks on this one. So those are your longs for today. Let's take a look at what I've got on the bearish list for today. And we'll go into December 9 bearish. GIS, this is a choppy little stock. It doesn't make big moves, but when you get a bounce like this and you see relative weakness intraday, yes, this stock can be shorted. We look at that D1 chart. Oh yeah, it's below the 100-day moving average. That is going to provide resistance, and you can use that for your stop out point. You can see how the stock has rallied up, and now it's starting to really kind of weaken. There's your relative strength below zero. So the stock's starting to soften a little bit. It is below the 100-day moving average. PANW, ouch. Did not like that earnings, tried to bounce off the earnings. Now it's starting to lose its strength off of this bounce here. Looks like it's going to challenge that 200-day moving average. Take a look at the 5-minute chart. Not too good. Look at that heavy selling on Friday when we had a market rally. So it's trying to bounce right here. What am I going to do with that one? I'm going to put an alert line right there. If it takes out that low, I want to know about it. If it takes out this low, I want to know about it. There's going to be a shorting opportunity. STX also pretty weak here. Yeah, just fading. Relative weakness. Take a look at that daily. Yep, downtrend right here. Connect the tops. Break down below horizontal support. You've got this horizontal support. That was resistance. Now it's support on that breakout. Should always still be holding that breakout level. Nope, not today. We're through it. Stock is weak. I like STX on the short side. VLO, nice, steady downtrend line here. Got some long tails under body, so you have to watch it. It is tending to bounce right here. But I think that on any bounce on a swing basis to this downtrend line, you can short that stock. Likely resting point, 100-day moving average. Those are your shorts for today. I would not focus on the short side. I would focus on the long side more because the market has been moving higher in the course of the last week. Don't expect much today. The market should actually rest. We've got major events coming up throughout the course of the week. I think that traders are going to hold off and wait for those events, so we could see lackluster trading today, could see lackluster trading tomorrow, light volumes, so the stock has to do it all on its own. You got to have those heavy volume surges working in your favor along with relative strength. So please come in, get your free ebook. I think you'll learn a lot about option trading, and also try our research day pass. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.